According to an article by Value Penguin, 61% of Americans are trying to break bad habits that were picked up during the pandemic. Are you a part of that 61%? I know I am. I'm constantly working on myself, breaking those habits, and I'm sure you're trying to do the same thing. If so, today I'm going to share with you tips that I'm using to break my bad habits, and hopefully they can help you as well. If you're new here, I'm Bree, and this is Mompreneurs Uncensored, where we talk about topics about being a mom, an entrepreneur, and getting you to your highest self. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the first tip. The first tool that I use to break bad habits is by starting small. This is starting with something that you can incorporate into your daily routine and that you can build upon gradually. Building upon it gradually means that you can increase the frequency over time or the intensity over time. For instance, working in a workout routine. What I did in the mornings is I started with something that was a shorter time frame, maybe like a 10-minute HIIT workout. And then as I got better and I got more of my breath while working out, I increased it to 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and 30 minutes as time progressed. Depending on what your habit is, starting small might look different from all of us, but just take it one step at a time, one day at a time, and one thing at a time. The next tool that I'm using to break my bad habits is making it specific. I had to make sure that I am being clear and concise about what I'm wanting. So instead of saying I just want to get healthier, I said I want to build this percentage of muscle by this time frame, or I want to make sure that I'm eating 5 servings of fruits and vegetables a day versus anything else that I'm eating. Now, it may look like I haven't lost much weight, but I'm getting there. I'm toning up. It's all a work in progress. It's a journey. You want to take yourself serious, but don't take it over the top because that's going to discourage you. But making it specific is going to give you a goal to actually look forward to, and it's going to make it measurable, which is more achievable. The next tool that I'm using to break bad habits is making sure that I'm tracking my progress. So I'm tracking the things that I'm eating every day to make sure that I'm staying on course with those servings of vegetables and fruits every day in an app, or you can do it on a notebook. Me personally, I use the app, MyFitnessPal. It's just easier. It's right on the phone, and I could just enter it no matter where I'm at. That way you can reflect on how you're doing. You can see what days you might have struggles with and think about what you are doing on those days and try to readjust. And this way you can continue to get better as you reflect on how you progress throughout your journey. The next tool I use is positive self-talk. So instead of being like, oh, I haven't lost that much weight, more so, oh, I noticed that I'm becoming toner. I noticed that I'm slimming down in inches, maybe not necessarily in pounds. And anyone who is into fitness knows that the scale is not always your best friend, and you can more so tell by the clothes that you're wearing, because when you build muscle, you don't necessarily lose weight. It's about body recomposition. So I'm working on it. You see the muscle? No, see the muscle. But I could feel it a little bit. But you gotta be positive with yourself. Laugh, smile. Know that you are progressing and focus on the things that you can tell you're progressing in versus worrying about things that aren't progressing your journey or that aren't showing your progress. Telling yourself that you can do it, that you're doing fine, that you are putting in the work versus saying, oh, I'm not dropping any weight or I'm not getting any better. Those negative thoughts and negative talk that you are telling yourself is only discouraging you and it's demotivating you. If you're finding value in these tools and tips that I'm giving you, definitely go ahead and hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. That way you'll be notified when new videos are live on mompreneur topics. The next tool that I use is building a routine. This is very, very important because once you get in the habit of a routine, it actually becomes muscle memory. So when I wake up in the morning, one of the first things that I do in the morning, I'm not going to share everything I do in the morning. It's going to be to do my workout. After doing whatever I do, get up, wake up, wipe the crust out of my eyes, I'm going to make sure that I work out, because if I wait until later on in the day, I could get busy, it might not get done, or if I don't schedule it in that day, then I'm going to miss it, I'm going to feel bad, then all those negative thoughts are just going to pour in, blah blah blah, and it's going to demotivate me. Don't want that happening. I make sure that I set a routine that's either going to trigger that habit or that's going to trigger me not to participate in that habit. And again, you want to make sure that the routine is consistent. That way you are building a good habit, a routine for the good habit. And as you're building that routine for that good habit, that bad habit is going to kind of diminish. It's going to be overtaken because your muscle memory is going to reprogram to that good habit. The next tool that I use is getting support from others. We underestimate the power of friendships, the power of support. And if you don't have anyone in your life that can support you, you can find plenty of online communities. On Facebook, there are plenty of groups for just about anything that you have an interest in. Like, I love Bob's Burgers, and there's a Bob Burgers group, and I absolutely love it. I mean, I love Scooby-Doo, and there's a Scooby-Doo group, and it just makes me smile. Whatever your bad habit is, you can find the support you need to motivate you on those days where you're feeling down, where that negative self-talk is seeping in and it's not doing you any good and you need some encouragement. Make a post, and I promise you, you'll have 30 people that are going to be encouraging you to keep going and keep fighting. The next tool that I used was making sure that I was staying flexible. Now, this is a big thing because life occurs, daily changes occur, big changes occur, anything can happen. You want to make sure that you are flexible and adaptable to the things that life is going to throw your way. For instance, if I know that day I'm going to be moving, I might not be able to incorporate all those fruits and vegetables in my daily intake for that day, I will try to make sure that the next day I up it up a little bit. And I make sure that I'm still positively talking to myself, not letting those negative thoughts seep in because I didn't meet my goals for that day. Or if I am having a busy day one day and I don't get to exercise, I tell myself, hey, it's not the end of the world. I had a busy day today. I wasn't able to fit it in, but I make sure that I fit it in the next day and try to do a little bit extra to compensate for the previous day miss. Go big, go hard, or go home. Excuses have no place here when you're trying to build a good habit and break those bad habits. Using these tools have worked for me in helping me break my bad habits and helping me stick to those new habits and creating those new routines. And if you're looking for more encouragement on building yourself up, keeping that motivation and confidence going, then definitely check out the videos on the screen.